Hello and welcome to this quick workshop. In this workshop I will demonstrate how you can make these lovely flexi fidgets with your small circular knitting machine. It's a real fun object to play with for people with ADHD, autism, dementia. So let's start. What do we need? We need our circular knitting machine with 22 needles. We need yarn. You can use all kind of colors, different colors, whatever you have. You need sewing thread with a needle and scissors and elastic, a long piece of elastic. A few buttons. You can use all kind of big buttons, so find yourself some fun buttons too. And that's what we need. So let's start. I will show you how we make the circles. I'm going to demonstrate it with my variegated yarn. I have to cast on with my working yarn. And then I'm going to knit 17 rounds. I am using my new old second-hand brand new in-box machine, and it has a treat guide thing. So I'm going to knit 17 rounds. It came with no color needle, so I used a Sharpie. I'm going to knit 17 rounds, and I see you back when you did that for casting off. I speed up my video for a bit, so I'm not cranking that fast. It's hypnotizing to look at. Now I've knitted 17 rounds and I'm going to cast off with my working yarn as we are used to cast off our work. So make sure your tail is long enough that you can pick up all the stitches. I will speed up this bit a bit because it's boring to watch. Now I'm almost done, so I'm picking up my last two stitches and put away my machine. And now I'm going to close my tube, but not all the way. So I put my finger in the middle, make sure that all the the rib side is on the inside, and I will close it with a hole. So I will just secure my yarn. I do that always with a knot, but make sure that the hole is open, that you do not close it all the way. We have to put the elastic through, and then you are going to close the other side the same way. Roll the rib side to the inside and close it with a hole. Use your finger to keep it open while closing. That sounds strange. And then you are going to secure that piece of yarn also. Make sure that you keep it open. You can secure it whatever way you like it. I do it with a half knot around my needle. And then you stick your needle through both holes to the other side. Make sure you do not go through the layers. And you simply knot those two tails together. So now you are flattening your circle, and you just make a few knots so the circle will stay flat. And then you put both tails into your yarn needle and stick it into the middle between both layers to the outside and cut it. And keep your scraps for another project. Where's my scissors? There it is. And now you are going to make more open circles. For finishing our fidget, we need our elastic, some buttons, and I'm using this little clip. It's handy but not necessary. Our yarn needle, our sewing thread, and the sewing needle. So I leave my elastic on my board and I take a piece about the size my fidget is going to be, and I fold it so it's twice as long with a little bit of sewing space, and then I stick the folded piece into my yarn needle. And now I'm going to take all those flat circles and I stick my needle through the holes of all the circles in the whole collection. Make sure you only stick through the holes and not through the thread like I just did. I can easily fix it. Make sure your tails are still outside because we need them both. When you have them all, just pull through your elastic and make sure that your tails are outside. I use a clip to make sure they're not going to the inside. And now I take my elastic out of my needle and I stick my needle through the loop, through the elastic loop. And now I can pull on my elastic on the other side and it will not come loose. And now I decide how strong it has to be, the tension, and I'm going to secure it with my little trick. You do not need to do that. And then I'm going to simply sew the pieces to each other. Just 2 layers together. I will speed up this bit a little bit. I'm a terrible, clumsy sewer, so close your eyes that you cannot see how clumsy I'm doing this, but the result is going to be what I like, both parts sewn together. I cut off my ends so they will not bother me, and I will continue closing or sewing both ends together. And when I think I'm done, I will continue with putting the button on the piece I just closed. So I'm done now, and now I'm just continue with putting my button on that part of the elastic with the same thread, piece of thread, into my sewing needle. Excuse my bad English, but I'm Dutch, and I don't know how to pronounce a lot of words, but I hope that monkey see, monkey do will do the trick. I'm also standing with my arms around my tripod and my camera, but excuse of course, but this goes a lot smoother when I will sit on my couch, but for now it will do. So I'm just connecting the button on this end over the 2 pieces of elastic I just connected to each other. And when I think I'm done, I just finish off and I can cut away the last pieces of elastic that are sticking out. And when I'm done, I just finish off. Do this as firm as you can, of course. I'm only demonstrating this. This is a demonstration piece, so make sure they're really good connected. And when you're completely done, just cut off all those loose ends. We don't need them, we don't want them. And then we are going to close or to sew on the other side with my same piece of thread, but maybe you have to take a new piece. My next button, I will first connect my thread to my button. That makes it easier to connect it to the elastic. Cut off the ends so it will not bother me. And now I just can easily pull up the needle and stick my finger into the elastic and join the button to our fidget. And when this is finished, our fidget is finished. So I like to make fidgets and use the skills we have, and the circular knitting machine is brilliant for making fidgets. See my playlists, fidgets, knitted and crochet. I like to make fidgets for people with things we have at home, to comfort people with ADHD, ptss, autism, dementia, alzheimer, you know, just comforting with toys that we can create with love. So spread the love and make fidgets. It must be very scary to see me sew, but I just stick my finger 3 times and you did not notice. So now it's finished. Ta-da! Here it is, our finished fidget. The circles are free to move, and you can pull the elastic and you can just cuddle it. So if you like it, give me a thumb up and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos with the circular knitting machine. Bye bye, have a nice day.